Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuel. I run a web design business called I Create Your Site. We've been running since 2015 and we make over 300 websites per year. Now, when I started this business, one of the most important things for any business is getting those first few customers. Every business needs clients to be able to be successful. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I did to get those first web design clients. And these are things that you can do as well to start getting those first customers. So one of the first things that you have to do, and it's actually super important, is let everybody know that you're starting a web design business. It doesn't matter if you don't have an actual LLC or like a real documented business. It can be something that you're doing on the side, but that your goal is to eventually turn it into a real business. Still, let everybody know that you're doing this. So many people that I know try to start a business, but they don't want to tell anyone because they're scared that if they fail, everyone will find out and it'll be really embarrassing. But actually, that hurts them more than it helps them. You have to let everybody know. So what I personally did was that I messaged all my close friends and family and I let them know that I had started a web design business and that if they knew anybody who owned a small business or was interested in a website, to please let me know. I also posted it on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook so that all my friends on there could see that I had decided to start this small business. And that's exactly how I got my first few customers. My very first customer was actually my parents. They had a carpentry business and I created a small website for them. I did it for free. I just needed some work to put on my portfolio so I could have something to show. And once their website was done, they had a friend who was an electrician and he saw it and he asked me if I could do his website. And he asked me how much it would cost. I told him that I would do it for free because I was just starting and I was trying to build a portfolio so I could have something to show for. So I created his website. He was super happy with it. And he actually paid me $200 for the website, even though I said I would do it for free. And being somebody who had always worked a 9 to 5, getting an extra $200 from something that I had done on my own was super motivating, even though it wasn't a lot of money. But those first few customers are the ones that really motivate you and let you see the possibility of growing your business. Now, shortly after that, I got another customer from Instagram. Now, I don't have 1 million followers on Instagram. When I made that post on Instagram, just letting my close friends know that I was starting a web design business, I only had about 200 people on there. But I actually got reached out to by one of my friends who told me that their parent had a small business and that he was thinking about getting a website and if I could give him more information about it. So I contacted him, I gave him a quote, and he was super happy and we decided to go ahead and do the website. And that was actually my second customer. So that's how I got my first two customers. One was through friends and family, the other was through posting it on social media. So when you let everyone around you know that you're starting a web design business, you'd be surprised how many people have ideas to start a business or already have a small business and actually need a website. They just don't know who to go to. And when you put yourself out there, they're going to contact you and ask you for information and ask you for help. And it's a really good way to get those first few customers. And over time, these people will refer you other clients, and that's how you'll be able to grow your business. So let's say that you already did that. You told all your friends and family, you posted all over social media, you have your website up, you're sending emails, you're doing everything that you can to let people know, but you still haven't gotten any customers yet. You need to reach now other people who are searching online. So how can you do that? Well, if you're a brand new business, it's going to be kind of hard to rank on Google unless you have a really awesome, really in-depth website. But it's actually a lot easier to rank on Google Maps. That was one of the other things that I did. Now, even if you don't have an actual physical storefront, you can still put your business on Google Maps. You can use your home address as your home office, and Google Maps even lets you, if you don't want to show your address, Google Maps even lets you put a service area like your city. Now, when I did it, I actually put my home address simply because I noticed that when you put a service area and people search for it, Google doesn't really recommend you as much as somebody who shows a physical location with an actual address. So I put my home on there with my address. At this point in time, I didn't have that many websites, so I added a bunch of images to my Google Maps listings of different templates that I thought were nice, that I knew that I could make if somebody wanted, but just to show people what my capabilities were. I got a couple of friends and family to leave me some reviews so that people could see that I was a trustworthy person. And now when anyone in my vicinity, in my neighborhood, searched for web design, I would actually show up as one of the results. And this actually helped me get a couple of customers, people in my vicinity, people in my neighborhood. They would search for web design. I would show up as a business locally and they would call me. And a lot of people are scared of doing this because they're scared that people are going to show up to their door and be like, you know, this is not a real office, this is not like a real building. But that wasn't the case. For web design, at least, most of the time, people call me and I tell them that, I will go to their office, and they're usually happy because business owners don't really have time to be driving around to different meetings. They're already busy enough as it is. So they don't really care where you are or where you're working from. They just want to know that you can save them time, you can help them get more customers by building them an awesome website. So add your home to Google Maps as a business listing, put that you're a web design company, add some pictures of work that you've done or work that you could do if you don't have that much work yet. Get some of your friends and families to leave some good reviews, and slowly you'll see people start finding you on Google Maps. And Google Maps will even tell you how many views your listing has gotten. So that's also really motivational to let you know that people are seeing your business and that they will reach out to you that way. So the third way that you can get new customers, which is the final way that I'm going to be talking about, takes a little bit more work than just putting yourself out there. It's still using Google Maps. Now I'm going to hop on the computer and show you exactly how you can find businesses that need websites using Google Maps and reach out to them and offer them web design services. So let's head over to the computer and I'll show you that right now. So now I'm going to show you something that I did when I was starting off, and I still do sometimes whenever I want to get extra customers. And that's how you can use Google Maps to find small businesses that don't have websites, and if they do, they're not very good. And usually small businesses are really easy to get in touch with the business owner, and you can talk to them directly and they can approve a website. Versus if you're talking to like a large corporation who has like a receptionist, and then they have to get you in contact with the assistant who will then get you in contact with the owner. So when you're starting off, I definitely recommend starting with small businesses. You can talk directly to the owner. You can explain to them the benefits of having a website. And a lot of the time, if they're reasonable and it's within their budget, they'll be more than happy to say yes. So this is definitely a great way to get new customers. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So this is exactly what I would do. I knew that I had made a website for an electrician. So I knew that if I spoke to an electrician, I would have something to show, a website to show them that would be related to electrical services, which is really good. Whenever you're talking to a customer, you want to try to show them website examples that are similar to what they're doing. It's just easier for them to understand the value versus if you have a dentist who wants a website and all your examples are of like car mechanic websites. It's just not going to click the same. They're not going to be able to envision their business having a website. But if you don't have any website at all, like you're just starting, you haven't even made one website, you can find a couple of good themes for those businesses that you're planning on searching for, whether it's plumbers, carpenters, electricians, mechanics, small businesses that you think you know a little bit about and you can talk to them pretty easily. Find some themes for those businesses so that when they ask you to see an example, you can show them the theme and you can be like, hey, listen, this is a sample of what a website could look like. You're not telling them this is a real website that's live, it's a theme, but at least that way they can visualize it. So let's get to the point here. So what I would do, I would come here into Google Maps and I would type, for example, like I said, electrician. Right there, electrician. So I'd click electrician and Google's going to tell me all the nearby electricians that are in this area right here. So all of these people here are electrical businesses. And here on the side, you can see all the different businesses. And if you look here, you can see that some of them are actually houses. So these are probably self-employed people who provide electrical services. And it's actually really easy to talk to them. One of the great things about speaking to someone who is self-employed is that they're trying to establish their business, now more than ever. And for them, if a website can get them just one more customer per month, that's a big deal because they're not a giant corporation who has hundreds of customers. They're a small business. Every customer counts. If you explain to them that a website is going to help them, reach even more customers, it's going to be a really easy deal to close. So, for example, let's click this one right here. And we can see that this is the business. This is kind of like the area that he put. He has a phone number right here. You can call him. He has his hours. But there's no website. There's no website at all. So this is a perfect opportunity. You call the client. You tell them, no, truck passing by. So this is a perfect opportunity. You call the person. You tell them, hello, my name is Emmanuel for me. I'm a web designer. I do websites for electricians like you. I found your business on Google Maps, and I noticed that you didn't have a website. I know that you're probably busy right now, so I don't want to take too much of your time. I would like to call you a little bit later whenever you do have time to tell you a little bit more about how you could get a website for your business. Is that something you would be interested in? And they're going to tell you yes or no right there. And the reason I do that is because, they might be working when you call them, so you don't want to sound like you're going to be on the phone forever. They're going to hang up on you. But if you tell them, hey, I know that you're busy. I offer website services. I see that you might need a website. Can you tell me when is a good time to call you back, and I'll talk to you then? And for when I've done it, most of the time they tell me, hey, listen, call me on the weekend or call me in the afternoon. And I call them back, hey, remember me? I'm Emmanuel. I talked to you about the website. Oh yeah, tell me about that. And then, I tell them, look, this is the website. These are the prices. This is the price range. Do you think this is something that you want to do? And here are some examples. I'll email them to you. And, you establish a relationship with those kinds of customers, and you'd be surprised how many of them actually go ahead and say yes to the website. And you can do this with other kinds of businesses. Of course, I can come in here and I can put mechanic, and it'll pull up nearby mechanics. So these are all nearby mechanic shops. You can find, for example, let's see this one. This is like a local city mechanic right here. So we can come here. We can see that they don't have a website either. A lot of small businesses, they know that they want to have an online presence, but they don't have anybody to talk to or to ask questions to, so they just never end up getting a website. So Google Maps is basically like a free resource where you can search for businesses who need websites. So this is an excellent tool. Once you've contacted all your family members and friends, once you've shared it on social media, if you haven't gotten any websites yet, go to Google Maps, find those businesses that need websites, and contact them. If you want, use exactly what I said. Reach out to those businesses, tell them why a website is important, and many of them will say, yes, give me more information. I want to learn more about that. So that's exactly what I did to start my business, to get those first few customers. So overall, guys, if you let everybody know, your friends and family, everyone on your social media, let them know, and if you don't get any feedback from them, you can reach out to the local businesses. You'd be surprised how many people are interested in getting a website. They just don't know who to ask questions to, so that's why they don't have one. If you do the first reach and contact them, many of them will say yes, they want to know more, and many of those will actually go ahead and do the website with you. And it's trial and error. You're going to get a lot of no's before you get some yes, but you'll be surprised a lot of people do say yes. In my first year of web design, I only did 20 websites, which is 1 or 2 websites per month. But those customers were the seed that actually ended up referring me more and more clients. And now we do 300 websites per year and growing. So if I can do it, I know that you guys can do it too. This is an excellent resource. I hope this video helps you. If you have any question about web design, or you want to see different kinds of web design videos, let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to create those videos for you. Have an excellent day.